Come to the stage right now. Put your hands together for Kevin!
Welcome to the Unfunny Kevin Show. I am your host, Kevin Melody. It's Friday, April 18th. Good morning. What is good? Happy Friday. Happy Easter. Happy Lent. Happy Bunny with the fucking baskets and the toys and the eggs, and Jesus rose, and then you had a lamb, and then your aunt showed up and she was talking about some mass shooting, and you don't know about it yet. You can't make sense of it. It happened in Florida. We're going to talk about it later. You'll be very educated after you listen to this episode. And Aunt Ginger is just like, she's freaking out about it. Okay, guys, listen. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for listening. Thank you for calling the hotline, 424-244-9599. By the way, cowards who are not leaving voicemails, you can send text messages. So give us your worst dates. Send me your worst date. A story of your worst fucking date. We're going to do one here at the end of the show, and I will give you my worst date at the end of the show. So looking forward to that. So last week, I have a couple of, personal not gripes. I'm upset there were things that happened in my life that really pissed me off and frustrated me. So I'm excited for you to laugh at it. Basically, so shout out, it was my wife's birthday last weekend, and it's her birthday every day. But it was specifically last weekend we were celebrating, and, you try to do everything right, and you make the resi, and you do the fucking whatever the fuck y'all do, and you get everything together. And it was odd. I had an odd experience. So, like, my sister, she recommended we go to this place. It's in a Beverly Center, and I think it's called Lucky Strike. It's a brand new, one of those like bowling alleys that has an arcade. It's like fucking fire, bro. Like, people are posted up with they've put their shit on. They got crazy fits. People are watching the game. Like, it's a fucking very poppin' spot. As a matter of fact, I think the girl from Catfish, my wife and my sister saw her. I don't know her name. I like Catfish, though. Great show. Fucking, I hate reality TV. Well, I thought I did until I found 1,000-Pound Sisters and Catfish, and now I'm just hooked. And Love on the Spectrum, which we will also talk about today. But anyway, I was pissed off because my wife and I and my family, we all went to this place. I paid, you had to book it. It's fucking Friday night. So I paid like $300 with whatever tax and all that shit for like 6 people with shoes and all that. And I'm thinking, this place must be fucking lit. And it was great, quality fucking arcade. They got decent food, lots of good liquor. The shit was pretty much as advertised, right? Except for you get in the Beverly Center, you go through security, like motherfuckers legit, they wand you and look through your shit, which is cool. Whatever, I guess we're safe, right? And then you check in. So when you check in, there's like these people at the front desk, and they're so happy, bro. They're like the happiest fucking people. Like, I'm telling you right now, they're happy to be there. They're like, welcome to Lucky Strike. How may I help you? What's your shoe size, honey? I swear to God. This woman on the other side of the counter was like, what's your shoe size? What's your shoe size? Everybody's getting shoes. She was like Oprah, bro. And I was like, oh, cool. 12, 10, female, 6, whatever. We're getting all the fucking shoes together. And then they go, all right, honey, sit in this booth. Someone's going to, a coordinator, a care coordinator. I'm like, what the fuck? This is sick. This shit's bougie as shit. They come, they're like, is this the Melody family? Hello. And they're like really friendly. And the coordinator or whatever is like, all right, time to show you your lane. And they hand us off to this like kind of like younger white girl. And she's like, do you guys have dietary restrictions? Do you guys have, like, everything's checking the box. I'm going, damn, top fucking notch service. I'm pumped about this shit. And we get to our lane and they go, go ahead and enter your info. Your waitress will be with you. And we said, oh, cool. Now, this bowling alley is so new that everything you order from this like iPad thing, the same thing that you put your fucking name in and you set up the game. That thing is where you order your drink and it's where you order your food. But if you want something like tap water, a side of club soda, just some normal shit, not Perrier, you need to talk to a human fucking being. And so there's a button that says ask for server. Now, they told me a waitress was fucking coming. No one pulled up. My wife was like, hey, do you want to put an order in? I'm like, whatever, I guess. So I put something into the tablet shit. And I go, fuck, like I can't ask for a side of club soda. I'm not drinking this neat Scotch double without some soda on the side. So I click the call to server again. Bro, this 5'1" white woman, when I tell you I've never physically assaulted a lady, but I would have thrown fucking hands by the end of this evening, folks. We're just going to call her Mandy. Mandy pulls up and she's like, what do you guys need something? And I'm like, ooh, like that already pissed me off. Do you need something? First of all, work for a tip, bitch. All right. You have a tipped job, I'm assuming. You're a fucking server. You're a waitress. Be kind. It's Friday at 7, bruh. The night's not even that long. You just started your... Bitch, you just clocked in. When you just clock in, me and my wife and my family, we should all be getting a, hi, welcome to Lucky Strike. Where's the care coordinator? That bitch was so nice. The woman that was giving out shoes didn't have an attitude. So I'm thinking, all right, we just got to warm Mandy up. So, hey, Mand, yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm Kevin. Yeah, I'm okay. It's my wife's birthday. And I just needed a side of club soda. And she's like, you can order it on the iPad. I was like, no, you can't, Mandy. It's not in there. Oh, okay. Got it. Leaves. Not like, oh, I apologize. No problem, Mr. Melody. I'll get it lickety split. This white bitch had the nerve to just disappear into the night. And then she came back with like a club soda. And I said, hey, man, before you leave. And she goes, yeah. I was about to smack this bitch in the fucking head. I can't even I wish I was lying. I wish I was exaggerating, bro. I'm not. She goes, yeah. I said, hey, could we get some waters for the table? And how about some napkins? And she goes, napkins are over there. Like she pointed to it. And I said, yeah, we're bowling. Okay. I'm in a standoff with the 5'1" white girl. So she comes back with like a pitcher and she brings 3 cups. We are 6 people. What are you thinking? And my wife's like, Kev, like it's cool. Don't make a scene. I'm like, God damn it. So the night goes on. I do everything to avoid that bitch. Even the people that brought the food were nice. It was just her, the assigned waitress. And so my mom and my stepfather live further away. So they leave and we were just going to hit the arcade. And when we start hitting the arcade, my mom calls and she goes, honey, I'm so sorry. Can you check the lane? I think I left my glasses. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So I go to the lane. I talk to the people at the lane and I'm, yo, did you guys see glasses? And they go, no, I don't think so. You should ask the waitress. And I'm like, God fucking damn it. I don't want to talk to that fucking cunt. And then I find Mandy and I go, hey, excuse me. Did you see glasses, Mand, at the at our lane? My mom needed her glasses. And she goes, yeah, you'll have to ask the front. Okay. I held back. I was like, yeah, okay. Storm to the front. Hi, Mr. Melody. They're all fucking nice. They remember me. Guys, do you have glasses here? They go, yep, yellow case. Got you. Thank you. And I'm like, bro, I was about to become a full-blown Karen. My bowl cut began to grow out, and a cross, like a silver cross necklace, appeared on my fucking chest, and a MAGA hat showed up on my head. I was about to write a complaint about Mandy, but then I remembered I have a podcast, so I can go on here, and you guys can go torture that fucking, write a review about, I don't know, her real name's not Mandy. I'll have to get a real name. Anyway, that was the first piece of shit thing I wanted to share with you folks. On a fun note, my sister was begging me and my wife to watch this show called Love on the Spectrum, and it did not disappoint. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's hilarious, but more above anything, it's very sweet, right? Because I've friends that are actually all of my friends are on the spectrum, if we're being honest, but including myself, good Lord. I have friends that have, siblings that are autistic or have Down syndrome, and they're truly the best people on planet Earth. Not the high functioning, ones that I know, but they are truly the best people on Earth, and everything's just so pure and emotionally driven. And it is a spectrum. Like, you see, some people are way more with it and part of society, and some people are not. And RFK says he's gonna find the cure, or whatever's going on with him. I don't care about that story. Back to the fucking Love on the Spectrum. So it's on Netflix, season 3. That's what we watched. I haven't watched the other ones, but there's this girl on there who's like very cute, very nice, and she's like, I like American Girl dolls, and she starts dating this other guy who's like a cowboy or something like that. And she's like, I like church. And he's like, I like church too. And she's like, oh, really? I like dolls. And he goes, dolls are cool. Like, he just matches her energy. It's just fucking hilarious. It's very great. It's awesome. So you're like, these people are going to fuck or get married or something, right? And so they make out. They can't stop making out. It's constant PDA. And he turns to her parents. Like, he comes over to meet them. And he's like, hey, can we talk alone? For a second. Now I'm thinking, oh fuck, he's gonna pop the question, and he goes, out of respect, I must ask you, is it okay if I take your daughter to the Universal Studios? And they're like, oh my god, of course. And he goes, all right, come on back in here, honey. And she comes in, and they start making out like really hard in front of the parents. And I thought this is pretty funny, because it's like he knows enough to know it's respectful to ask the folks, but there's just no filter for sex. Like, they just immediately start going at it. Now, on the flip side, there's another couple. There's this one girl, I forgot her name, but she's cute, and she's like got her own business, and I think she has like a master's degree, and she's a very high functioning on the spectrum individual. And she's dating this fucking piece of shit. Everybody likes this guy, Adnan or Don. And he's like, I don't know what he is. He's Mexican and just fucking annoying. They go on a date, and he had signed up to smash. They had talked about it. She was like, listen, we need to have sex. I like premarital sex. And he was like, yeah, okay, yes, that sounds like an option. And then, like, at some point, they cut to him talking to his dad. And his dad's like, son, you are a man of faith. And he's like, yeah, I have to just be honest. And I guess honesty is the best policy. And I'm going to tell her I cannot have sex premaritally. And it's like, bro, he fronted on this poor girl who's like, no, she wants to bang, and she makes this whole, they both love anime and whatever, all the shit autistic kids like, and she makes him this like custom video, and it's like, we're gonna take it to the next level, and it's basically like a romantic 60-second video selling banging to him, and like, let's take it to the next level. And she proposes the idea, and then he gets weird, and he's like, okay. Fast forward, they sit down, and he's like, I just want you to know that because of my relationship to God, that I cannot have sex with you. I am sorry. And she's like, I will have to like try to get over this. And he like crushed her, like broke this girl's heart. And it didn't make sense, because they checked every box. Like, they totally matched on every other front. But then, this kid starts talking about Jesus out of nowhere. And I just think it's unfair. Like, it's totally fucked up. Shout out to her. Fuck a Dawn. I don't like that guy. My sister told me people were attacking her online. A bunch of fucking retarded prudes were attacking her, saying, she's pressuring him. She's pressuring him. Man, fuck you, bro. She deserves a regular, well, not a regular, but some autistic cock, right? So I hope she finds another, but Love on the Spectrum. It's a good show. You should check it out. Yeah, it's a feel good. It's a real feel good show. We'll be right back, folks. Folks, you are coming into an Easter weekend filled with anxiety and stress and all kinds of weird things. And there's only one real way to wind down. And it's not fent, and it's not cigarettes, and it's not alcohol, folks. It is God's gift to you, Oklahoma smokes, grown in California, 100% CBD, 42-day money-back guarantee, over 40,000 happy smoking customers. You need to get on the CBD. And I'm telling you right now, RFK in a couple months is going to come out with that study about the autism and all the whatever. And he's going to go, actually, the cure is Oklahoma smokes. And you're going to feel so stupid for having not used the code UNFUNNYKEVIN for 15% off, folks. 15% off of your first order. Must be 21 or older. And don't get caught slipping. Get an Oklahoma smoke. They have pre-rolls. They have cigarettes. The whole nine. Pure CBD. Highest quality materials. It's oklahomas.com. Link in the bio. Use the code. Folks, so many things are coming out now. These Gen Z, Millennial, whatever they are, they're using flip phones. They're all going backwards, and I love it. I fucking love it. And why do we love it? Well, we love it because we don't want China spying. Oh my goodness, no more spying China, even though America's spying on everything we do. And we also love it because they're choosing not to have goldfish attention spans and be locked into anxiety and riddled with fear and hooked up to the news cycle 24/7. And they're freeing themselves with these flip phones. Folks, get yourself a light phone. You fucked up by not getting it before. It's $5.99 pre-order now. Shipping in July. Everyone who's got a Light Phone 3 loves it. You can find it on YouTube. They are still selling Light Phone 2s, still providing service. But if you use the link in my bio, you are directly supporting the show you love, The Unfunny Kevin Show, by making a purchase today. So please get out of the matrix, get on a healthy regimen, and get off of the bullshit and get into a Light Phone 3. All right? Thank you. Okay, so listen, we're going to start with the hotline, folks. 424-244-9599. We've been banking calls, and we're going to allow you to send text messages to the line. So the theme of this month remains the same, worst dates, and we will read some off and play some for you. But I'm going to open up the month, or I guess it's the second week, whatever the fuck's going on. With one of my own, just so you can, have a laugh at my expense, and then we'll do an article, a fun Easter one for the weekend. So a long time ago, before I met my wife, for some reason, my stats in the wild were way higher than apps. I don't know what it is. Something about me. I guess I've always hated technology. I was an early fuck Mark Zuckerberg person. I just hated it in 2010. I was on Facebook for 3 months and I got off. Just thought it was weird. It's a way to snitch. Still do. Still think it's ass. But anyway, I used to work at a Verizon Wireless. I'm very proud of that. I was the youngest manager in the company's history. It was owned by this Armenian guy. And I was working like 6 days a fucking week. And, very hard to manage dates. And I was recently out of an insane relationship, and I kind of just wanted to be single and have sex and whatever and have fun. So, because I had to fucking relax eventually, right? So this woman came into my store, and I might have even talked about this on an episode before. And she was one of these, she was like very little and not super attractive at all. She kind of looked like a little boy. And she was staring down at the floor, and she was like really nervous, and she had scrubs, and she was like, hi, I gotta get a new phone. And I was like, oh, interesting. Well, what's wrong with your phone? Because I wouldn't sell. I was I was number one salesman month over month, but I did it literally without selling. I was the I'm not going to sell you anything person, and then they'd walk out with like 9 fucking iPhones. So she was like, yeah, like my phone's broken. Can you pull up my plan? I was like, okay, fuck it, whatever. So I pull up her plan. Her father was a veteran. She was on a veteran plan, and some douchebag put them all on like 9-year contracts with like used phones. Like her fucking phone was literally from like 2004. And this was in like 2016 or some shit, 2015. So I was like, honey, I'm so sorry, but it looks like you kind of got boned here. And she's like, oh no. And she was like near tears, bruh. So I was like, don't worry, I'm going to make it work. I figured out a way to get her a new phone. I was like, look, it's going to ship direct. What's your address? And she's like, I can't have it come to my home. And I was like, okay, it's a little weird. And I was like, cool. No problem. Let me do some research. Maybe I can get a ship to store option. And she was like, great. I work next door at the pet clinic. I'm a vet tech. And I said, oh, very honorable. Very cool. Cool. Why don't you come back tomorrow? I'll give you an update. I called the fucking warehouse and all this bullshit. And they go, look, we can do a manager special. You can buy it, but it has to go to your address. We can't ship it to the store. I'm like, oh, fuck. So the next day I go in there. I tell her, I go, hey, look, I just bought it. You can just give me cash or something and it's going to come to my house. And she goes, oh, okay, cool. No problem. Wow. This is like the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, it's not a big deal. No, don't make it a thing. And she's like, well, I live like kind of near Van Nuys. Didn't you mention you live in Van Nuys? Mind you, my store was in like fucking Thousand Oaks. So I was like, yeah, I do. And she's like, cool. Like maybe we can like link up or something. And I was like, oh, yeah. I mean, I could just bring it here. You know, she's like, yeah, but like I could come over and I could bring you the cash. And I was like, oh, okay, sure, whatever, you know? And, and this is how our date went. So she basically came to my house, and I lived in this trap house in Van Nuys. Like we had roaches. I lived with roaches. My landlord was the roaches. I'm not even exaggerating. I was making a ton of money, paying nothing in rent. So I had like Luke Belair champagne every fucking night, smoking Newports inside. Roaches were smoking Newports with me. It was nuts. It was completely insane. No food, lots of cash. It was just nuts. So she pulls up and she's like, oh my God, your place is so cute. I was like, really? And this is how I knew this date, quote unquote, was going to take a weird turn. She was in her scrubs still from work. And she was like, do you want to set up my phone? And I was like, yeah, sure. No problem. Yeah. And she's like, I brought the cash. I was like, cool. Don't even, bro. It was like a LG chocolate or something. It was like $60. It was nothing. So we're sitting there and she's like, do you want to turn on the TV? And I was like, sure. I give her the remote. She puts on Parks and Rec, and then I'm sitting on my couch. She's on one end of the couch. I'm on one end of the couch, and it was a long ass couch, bro. So I'm tinkering with the phone, swapping the SIM card, getting it all set up, and then slowly in my peripheral, I see her kind of scooting closer and closer and closer, and then she lays on my lap. Now, this young boy was freaking me out a little bit because I was like, we're not that close. Like we've talked a bunch because we are literally businesses next door to one another, but it's a little odd. And she was like, thank you so much for doing this. And I was like, yeah, no problem. And she's she had a giant schnoz. And so this little boy's laying on my lap and she like just kind of turns her head into my lap. And I couldn't help it. My dick starts to get out. I'm terrified, but it's kind of like arousing me for some weird reason. And so we go to the other room. Like I get up and I was like, do you want to do stuff? And she's like, yeah, but I don't have a condom and I don't want to have sex like that. And I was like, uh-oh, like, does she have a dick? I knew it was a boy. Like, I started getting in my head about this. And she's like, no problem. Let's go to your bed. And I'm like, okay, weird, whatever, fuck it. At this point, who cares? So we get in bed, we start making out. She puts my hand on her thing, and I verified that it's not a dick, thank the Lord. And I get in there, and I'm doing my thing, and she starts making anime noises. She's like, and she's Jewish and white and a young boy. But she's making grown woman anime porn, like hentai. She's like, and I put my hand on her mouth, and she's like, like she wanted me to do that, and I was like, wait a minute, and I pulled my hand off. I was like, what's going on? She goes, cover my mouth, and I was like, oh Jesus Christ! So I put my hand on her mouth. And then I'm like, she's coming, she's doing her thing, whatever's going on. I had like a gray shirt on, and I got up, and she was like, okay, thank you, like your turn. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, because I felt there was something weird, and I was covered in blood. There was blood literally everywhere. I don't know if she had never played with her. I don't know if she had her period. It was like a sick joke. I don't know if it's like something vet techs do. It's like an inside joke with them. I have to wash real quick, and then I run out there, and I'm like, fuck, I can't make her feel uncomfortable, bro. I just can't. I can't make her. It's not appropriate. This little boy is going to get really upset. So I go in there, and I'm like, hey, hi. My dick's like kind of still up somehow, but I was like, yo, everything's cool. Like, it's all good. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I was like, no. We good. We're good. Vet tech. Love you. All good. And she's like, I'm so sorry, but let me take care of you. And I was like, cool. Like, am I going to get sucked off? Like, what's going to happen here? And then she runs into the other room, and I go, what the fuck? Is she getting like a pad or some shit? And she goes into the room, and she comes back with a roll of paper towel. And she spread it out like on my bed. And I thought, oh, she's soaking up her mess. And she's like, take it out. And I was like, huh? And she's like, we're going to get it. Don't worry. You're a good boy. And I was like, huh? And she starts beating me off onto this paper towel. Like she was collecting a fucking dog specimen. She literally treated me like a dog. I was completely fucking overwhelmed, bro. Hands down, worst date. The little boy dips after this. I block, never go. As a matter of fact, I quit that job, I think 3 weeks later. I never spoke to that little boy again. And the worst part was after they left $60. They left cash on the counter for me. I felt like a whore. I felt like an animal. It was nuts. But call in 424-244-9599 and give me your fucking worst date. Tell me your worst fucking hookup, your weirdest thing. Text 424-244-9599 with yours, and we'll match energies. I'm just collecting the craziest ones, and then we'll figure it out from there, folks. Maybe end of the month we'll go through them all. Okay. Now for the fun Easter stories that we all love. What do we got here? Okay. Good Lord. Haunting social media post of the FSU shooter Phoenix Ikner before a campus bloodbath. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this? Okay, I guess there was a shooting in Florida. Okay, this is just a fucking video. Okay, here we go. The son of a sheriff's deputy, oh Jesus, has been identified as the school shooter who killed 2 people and injured more at the FSU campus with a gun he took from his mom. Good Lord. Phoenix Ikner, 20, can now be pictured. He was named a mass shooter who terrorized Florida State University's Tallahassee campus. Officials and his mother is Leon County Deputy Jessica Ikner. In a chilling social post, which has now emerged, Ikner wrote, "You are my war club, my weapons for battle. With you, I shatter nations. With you, I destroy kingdoms." Jesus Christ. Oh boy. So it's a quote from the book of Jeremiah in the Bible, which warned of impending judgment day. Okay. Let's see. Is this person? Yep, there they are. Phoenix Ikner, confirmed as age 20, male, white, non-Hispanic, white, party affiliation, not that it matters, Republican. He looks like he's on love on the This gentleman could be love on the spectrum. I'm not even exaggerating. And he had a gun. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that sweet? His mom probably was like, oh, you know, he's the normal boy. Good Lord. You can't give these people Jeremiah. Swear to God. What happened to you? What the flying fuck is going on? Maybe we do need RFK. He also recently mocked students on campus protesting the results of the 2024 election. Okay. These people are usually pretty entertaining, usually not for good reasons, Ikner said in his school magazine, where he was described as a political science major. I think it's a little too late. He's Trump already going to be inaugurated, and there's nothing you can do unless you revolt. And I don't think anyone wants that. Good Lord, this kid. Leon County Sheriff McNeil said in a press conference on Thursday the gunman was a member of the department's youth setup and was involved in training programs. Ikner was described as steeped in the Leon County Sheriff's Office family. Holy shit. Tallahassee Police Chief Lawrence Revel said the gun was previously used by his mother for law enforcement, but was her private handgun at the time of the shooting because deputies are allowed to purchase the handgun they used prior. Authorities said that a total of 2 people have been killed. Rest in peace. 6 were injured, with Ikner also shot and injured during the altercation. He's in custody in the hospital. Oh, they didn't Swiss cheese him? Isn't that interesting? They let this fucking dumb piece of shit. Great. I can't wait to see him in court. Good Lord. Jeremiah 123 says, shut the fuck up, Phoenix. Fucking dummy. Oh my God. Phoenix Ikner. What a piece of shit. Ugh. This story. Thanks for sending it in, folks. I told you, it's an Easter special here. There is, his mom's with the police. He's white. He's clearly on the spectrum. He's talking about Jesus. What's new, folks? What's new? Make America great again and make Phoenix Ikner vice president. I said it here first. Sometimes you got to cleanse the campus. Is that what we think? The other thing too, which I love, is they're going to be like, look, a good guy with the gun came in. We're not even talking about that. This kid's mom's a cop. She's a fucking cop. He's in the youth training program. He's also on the spectrum. It's obvious. Or he has Downs. Look at the fucking kid. That kid, some people, all you got to do is look at him. You can look at him and you can go, nope, no gun for him. It's real easy. I am not a genius, but let me tell you, have you seen Adam Lanza? Have you seen the fucking retard in Aurora? Have you seen these fucking white kids? You immediately see them and go, nope, no access to guns, check. Nope, not him. But this kid was steeped in the sheriff's training program. Are you fucking kidding me? This is just like, it's comedy in and of itself because it makes no sense. The upside is he lived, so he will be on Love on the Spectrum season 4, and hopefully he can have sex with that girl, folks. All right, I love you guys. I hope you have a fun Easter. I hope you have a fun Easter. He has risen. He has risen. UnfunnyKevin.com. Give us 5 stars in the Spotify store, the Apple store. Leave a comment. We appreciate it. Helps the show. Unfunny Kev on Instagram, comedy shows. This month and next, you will see it on the Instagram. TheUnfunnyKevinShow at gmail.com for all emails. And the hotline, 424-244-9599. Send us a text. Leave us a voicemail. Thank you. Have a great weekend.